Hey guys, it's Hayden from LEGO Hub Productions, and I know that I'm getting this video off a bit late since it's almost a week since Force Friday, but this video will be reviewing this Rebel U-Wing, this nice Rebel U-Wing that I got almost a week ago with the Force Friday promotion on September the 30th. And also got a Darth Revan polybag, which I might be reviewing in a future video if I decide to open it. So, I know that it's worth a lot of money, but it's so cool, so I'm not really sure if I should open it or not. So, tell me in the comments if you know if I should keep it in the bag or open it. So, that's basically the haul part, so let's get on to the review of this nice LEGO set. So like any other set review, we're going to start out with our little plastic guys, our minifigs. So let's go ahead and run through these really quickly and just show you the details and such. So we'll start out with our generic soldier, and his helmet's very exclusive and pretty detailed. It looks a bit strange, but it's got a lot of nice detail, even this little printing design on it. And he doesn't have an other side of the head, but nice detail front and back. Solid minifig. So next up we have this guy. I've not seen him in Star Wars before, so he must be a new species / character, whatever. He's called a Bithian, according to the box. And he has this nice custom head mold with eyes and mouth and nose and hair and ears and like that. Front and back printing and a gun. Pretty cool. And it's nice to add to your Rebel collection. So next up, this is a big deal because this will be the main character of the new movie. It's Jyn Erso, and I will say that it looks pretty good. This helmet has a mouthpiece, hair, and a hat with some nice detail on it. The head looks nice. It can be calm or angry, and you get this nice fabric thing and two guns. One's brick built, and you also get this backpack. But I'm kind of confused because even though it's going to be covered up by this cloak right here, the printing on the actual thing's really good, and I've kind of been tempted to take off the cloak because it looks pretty nice actually. No leg printing, which is kind of disappointing, but I guess it would be covered up by the cloak. So I'm going to leave it for now without that. Okay, well I'll just move that to the side. So next up, we have our pilot. He looks very good. His visors has lots of detail, shading, and things like that. He's very happy on this side and very scared on that side, which is pretty cool. Lots of cool motions and a nice helmet with lots of detailed printing, front and back and leg printing that really gives him a nice U-Wing pilot look. So that's the pilot. And last off, we have this guy who he looks pretty generic and not that cool now, but he's supposed to be one of the main characters in the movie. So I might change my mind that he's not that good. His name is Cassian Andor. We don't really know much of him yet, but he could be cool later on. So I really wish that they gave you some stormtroopers because these rebels aren't very cool yet because you don't know their stories until we watch the movie. And stormtroopers are always cool. So these guys have no one to fight. So I feel like for this price, LEGO should have included at least a stormtrooper, maybe a speeder or something like that. But yeah, good detailed minifigs. So let's move on. Okay guys, so now up we have our actual set. And I know that some people have been saying that they don't like the U-Wing, but I built it with an open mind, and I actually really have come around to like it. It's really not a bad set. It's really cool once you build it. So let's get started on this review. So yeah, let's just get going. So from the side view, you can see that the underside is a bit big, but I believe that it's like that in the movie, because I've looked at some pictures and LEGO did a really accurate job on this. It's pretty realistic to the concept art that I've seen. But so these doors can open, both of them. They can all open up pretty nicely, and these guns can fold out, just like I've seen in some of the pictures of this from the movie. So that's pretty cool. You can fit some minifigs in there. It's kind of a tight fit, but it's nice for display to open it up and have your guys running out or something like that. So also, I'd want to show you these nice engines while we're over here. They're really nice and long, and they have this fire coming out the end. And these intake engines are very detailed and look very good. It was a bit repetitive building 4 of them, but it was okay. And I'd say the build for this was pretty fun. You started out with some Technic on the bottom and then built it up. So next up, I'm going to take a look at these flick-fire missiles right here. And so when you don't have them in the actual loader right there, it looks like the bricks are totally flat, totally normal. And I really like how LEGO did this, because, so let me get a flick-fire missile really fast. So when you put one in, it goes in there, and immediately those pieces right there will pop up, kind of like a button or a trigger. Then when you press it, it will shoot out across the room, though. I don't really like them because they just end up getting lost. So that's the flick-fire missile function right there. So I'll kind of tip it over so you can see this. LEGO just went above and beyond here. Just a little extra feature. Just, I don't really know even why they did it. But if you press this, it'll open up the cockpit like that for you. Which, I guess it just helps you open it up. Even though you could already kind of open it up yourself. But it makes opening the cockpit much more enjoyable. And there's also, in the cockpit, there is space for your pilot guy. Like this. You can just throw him in there, and he can fly your plane. So here on the engine, it's very detailed. You even get a shredder claw, and you get 2 of them. So I have one that I'm currently playing around with because there's nothing better for it to do. And there's also this loading ramp back in the back. There's a lot of grills here, which looks pretty cool. And just kind of load up there and such. And here's the view of the cargo from the underside. Oh, and they also give you a nice windscreen under here to give it that curved effect, which is nice because if you're buying the set for the pieces, you get 2 windscreens, lots of these nice curved big pieces. So I'd say this set's also good for pieces, although the piece count is definitely on the thin side for the price of this set. You don't notice it once it's built because it's actually really big, and it's as big as you'd expect it to be. So let's put Jyn Erso next to it, and you can see that it's actually about life size. And considering that it's the same price as an X-Wing, it's really actually a better deal than most people would think. So now I'll show you guys the coolest feature of all. And it looks so awesome, and I've seen that it does this in the movie based on some pictures of this. So you can fold these wings back right here, and unfortunately it gets so big that it can't fit in my studio, so I'm gonna have to bring you over here and just look at that wingspan. It's huge. You can't even fit it all on the camera. And so it's really fun. You can fly it around the room like this, just run around, and it's just tons of fun. And then when it wants to land or go into hyperspace, you just fold up the wings and it clips in very securely, but also unclips very easily because of these ball and socket joints, and it's really nice function. Very, very fun to play around with, and I think it looks even better from the back and open like this because it is giant. It's probably like a foot on each side added to this plane, so it's gigantic. So let's go back to our studio because I know how bad this must look without our nice background, but fortunately for the set, it's nice and big, but unfortunately for the video, it cannot fit in my studio when its wings fold out like that. So you can also see with it regular, it's pretty long too. So either way, it just looks very nice, and you get these nice curved pieces in there. So it's really good set, and I'm surprised now that so many people didn't like it because I'm a big fan, and I hope that more people will come around to liking this set because of this. Now, I will have to say that there's one flaw. It's that they made it look kind of damaged over here by putting an ugly gray plate right there, and I just don't like it at all. I'm probably going to replace it pretty soon with one of these nice white tiles that looks really good. But that's an easy fix, and you can just do that at home, and that is no problem. So it's sort of a con, but it's so easy to fix that it's not a very big one. So I'd say I love this set. It's really nice, and I recommend that you guys get it if you have the money. And if you can wait, I know that there's some nice ATSTs for a lower price point. That's a really good value, and I'm looking to get that at some point. And there'll be more Rogue One sets coming out later, so if you can wait, I understand. But definitely, when the movie comes out, you need to get this minifig because it's the main character, so that's kind of important. So I like this set. That's pretty much all I can say, and thanks for watching this video. Bye.